no, it's that pesky man-made climate change. Look. All right. Good evening. All right, stand easy. Hello. Here we are again. This was going to be about the speed of light and the absurdity that the Egyptians somehow managed to carve, yada yada yada, out of somewhere using just copper hand tools and their bare hands. But I heard something today about the flat earth. It's not my thing. I don't do the flat earth. I used to be round, but over the last 2 or 3 years, I didn't even know. All of my life, I've been somehow shielded from this flat earth thing, right? And it's only been in the last, since I've been doing this, 2, 3, 4 years, bang, flat earth, and bang, bang, it's like far out. Seriously? That's what I used to think initially. But now, all you science folk probably now going, oh, here he goes, now he's going to turn into a flat earther. I am not turning into anything. All of my life, I thought this was it, right? I thought that is where we were. But like I said, the last few years, there's a few things that are not making sense, right? What you need to understand, dear science folk, it's about the facts, right? Facts. And you guys don't do facts. The reason you don't do facts is because science told you it doesn't care about your common sense. What that has done, it's not that, I mean, some of the science is crazy, it's ridiculous, Mickey Mouse at best, right? But what it's also done, it's somehow stopping you from focusing on facts that disprove what you guys believe, right? This is a fact. I always use the facts. It's all about the evidence. If something came along tomorrow that suggested the speed of light is 299,792, yada, 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 right, kilometers per second, I would switch. And maybe you guys would laugh at me, but the thing is, right now, with the facts that we have, sun's light is absolute. There is no doubt. If a fact came along that changed that, then I would have no problem switching camps. It's the logical thing to do. What isn't logical to do is to see something that you believe being destroyed by facts, but still sticking with the absurdity. That is human nature. It's called cognitive dissonance, where you would rather go down with the ship than accept any facts that disprove something that you believe, right? That is a fact. The eclipse can only happen with absolute light radiating from the sun. It's a fact. And not one of you, there isn't one, not one of you has ever come up with a logical solution to how it works with finite light. A solar eclipse cannot work with finite light. It's physically impossible. Right? So here we are right now. You guys are looking at this going, what? Listening to him, rubbish, what are you talking about? It's the facts. It's not me. I just follow the facts. It's really easy to do. That's the difference between us. It's like the moon. You guys, you defend this moon thing like, I don't know. Because they've made you feel like it's part of you, right? Now me, I don't care if the Eskimos went to the moon. if they can prove it, if it ties in with logic and common sense. 6 successful landings between 1969 and 1972. Now, you just look at that, right? There's 6 successful moon landings between 1969 and 1972. Breathe. Like this, I chuckle just looking at these dates. Seriously, an intelligent civilization with everything that we can see around us, with the Artemis fiasco, rockets getting fired up and blowing up, and it isn't smart to think that this was possible back then. It just isn't, right? But you ignore the facts that prove this didn't happen, and you cling to the absurdity, and you get the shits, right? That is conditioning. Now, the reason I'm going to do this quick flat earth thing, right? And that is for the speed of light and the Egyptians later on. The reason I'm going to do this is because there's been one thing about the flat earth, right, that they go on about that I can't get away from. I cannot get away from it. And then today, this afternoon, just a few hours ago, I heard something else. I saw something else. I thought, far out, I've never thought about it like that. I tell you what. Now, again, I understand where you science folk are coming from, like me saying sunlight's absolute. No, photons. But rubbish photons. I get why you get the shits. Not the shits. Well, yeah, you get the shits, but it's not about the shits. It's about disbelief. It's everything I've ever known. I, for my entire existence, have thought I was spinning on a round planet, right? For my entire life, up until a few years ago when all of this started up. But now I'm 50-50. I don't care if I've been believing it's round all my life. The facts now have me questioning everything, right? But for good reason. I'm always about the facts. I don't make stuff up. What I'm about to do here, it's not my stuff and I have never tried it. But they're both good case for a flat earth, okay? So I bet he's turning into a flat earther. Calm down. It's about the facts, okay? Now, so this is Earth, right? What they're saying, there are people that keep on. It's the one thing that keeps me up at night like that. Right? They reckon that they, over distances, lakes, the Utah salt flats and some salt flats in Brazil or somewhere where it's 10, 20, 30 kilometers or something, right? They put 3 flags. Like the distance in between, I don't know, 5 Ks or something, right? 5 Ks and then 5 Ks there and 5 Ks there. So you've got 10 Ks between first and third and 1 in the middle. I can't remember what them say. Look, this isn't my thing, okay? I haven't tried this, so I don't know. But if they really have tried this stuff and they really are getting the results that they say they are, well, I don't know what to say, because it's an extremely good argument for a flat earth. It's the facts, right? This is what I'm saying about you guys. You'll be laughing, oh no, listen to him, because you don't want to listen to the facts. Now, they're taking measurements of the top of the flags, and and the three of them are straight, like there's no drop. I'm sure, I don't know what the numbers are. I think it's something like 6 miles distance. So let's say that was 6 miles and 6 miles instead of 5Ks, right? I think there's a drop of something like 8 inches. I don't know what the numbers are, but you know what I'm saying. As it curves down, then the top of that flag should drop, shouldn't it? Like we've got one there, and one there. So this one would be the highest one, but they're not. It's not. It doesn't matter how far they go, the measurement, all three are perfectly in line. Listen, I haven't tried it. I've seen it so many times. It's the one thing that I have trouble getting away from, right? If it's true, if you've got something like 10Ks and 10Ks or 5Ks, 5 miles between first and second and third, and they're all perfectly level, then shit. What is it that would suggest Earth is round? These are the facts. Remember, I've been spinning on this planet, I thought I was, for all my life. And all of a sudden, but I don't find it confronting. I find it fucking fascinating. Because this is a great time to be alive, because the absurdities, wow. But they're so easy to spot. It's all about people claiming knowledge that cannot be known. And they are making a living out of absurdities that everybody else is believing. It's a fact. That's a fact, right? But can you see? And they're saying lakes, these really long lakes, and watching a ship go over the horizon, you should see it drop, but they don't. It just gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and it doesn't disappear. That's very strange, isn't it? It just is. See, I don't get too excited. For me, it's about the facts. And I hear this stuff and I think, well, I was always 100% round. Flat, never heard of it really, till the last few years. Well, the first year I heard about it, I have a couple of really good friends who think it's flat. And I say to the kids, I would never laugh, like, take the mickey. I would say, you know, such and such is a flat earther. Really? And the kids, you know, thinking it's round as well. But only because I've never really looked into it. I've never really had a reason to. It's just round for me, but no more. Right now, I mean, I have not done this. So again, it's like all these measurements for the speed of light back in the 16 and 1700s. Everybody just presumes. Imagine if they hadn't done this. If nobody had done it. I see it enough on TikTok and this and that and the other. I see it enough to believe that somebody has done it, because it's always coming up. Buildings from one city to another city, or in the desert, or over and over. And every time you hear them come up with the results, everything is a flat line. Pilots, they reckon they don't change the flight plan when they go onto autopilot. It doesn't, the autopilot is not set for a drop. It's just flat. Could that be because Earth is so big that you wouldn't notice it? Like you just follow the round anyway. So look, I don't know. It's not my thing. But it's interesting. But this wasn't the one. The one that made me do this today, now, the reason I'm actually doing this, because this one's been, everybody must see it. There's all different versions of it. The ocean, lakes, freaking salt flats. They take measurements. They can see a city that they shouldn't be able to see over a certain lake unless it's flat, because The other city should be gone over the side. Now, but today's, well, so this guy, it's the first time I've ever heard it like put like this. So we have the sun, right? And now we have planet Earth, right? We orbit, it takes us 12 months, doesn't it, to orbit the sun. That looks like a head. Right. Earth orbits, takes, oh look, it needs pumping up. Round the back of the sun, comes back round, right? And at the same time, we're spinning anti-clockwise. So, this is this side of the sun. And go all the way around, and then go around the back. Right? Back out here. Okay, so we know where we're at. Like Uranus, isn't it? Jupiter. Right. No. The one with the rings, for crying out loud. Saturn. God, we're doing this too long. Now, January. 1st of January, right? And this will be the 1st of July. Planet Earth, Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere. Right, we're going to go to the US. Let me just pump this up. I'm giving a blowjob. Could you pass that news around? It might get more viewers. But I notice that when people post absurdities, it's when you get the views. But doing the stuff that I do, the common sense and logic stuff, anti-establishment. That's why my content isn't popular, but I guarantee you that my content is some of the best content that there is out there right now, because it's factual, logical, it's objective, and it's real stuff. That's why the views are down. So if you're watching this, consider yourself lucky, because they don't want this stuff getting out, so the numbers are kept. The US, we're going to be in the US. It's the 1st of January. Northern Hemisphere, it's winter. Southern Hemisphere, it's summer, right? The US, you are facing the sun, all right? So it's the 1st of January and it's midday. And the US, you're facing the sun. Now, it's night time on that side of the planet. They are seeing the night sky, constellations and stuff. Daytime in the US, South America, etc. You're looking at the sun, you're not going to see anything, are you? Because it's the sun, it's daytime. Now, we're going to orbit, we're going to do a half orbit of the sun 6 months later. So we go round the back, right? 1st of July. The US now, Northern Hemisphere, it's summer. Southern Hemisphere, it's winter. The US, you were looking at the sun on the 1st of Jan at midday. It's now 1st of July, midday. You're facing the sun again. All right, so basically you spun all the way back round, but facing the same way, the sun. The people on the night side of the planet are facing the totally opposite way that they were down here. But why are they seeing the same constellations at night? I saw it and thought, damn. So I don't know really, I know a bit about the night sky, but not enough to comment. It's difficult because of the depth. How do you, can you see what I'm saying? It's weird. The US, it's the 1st of July, it's summer, you're facing the night sky. 1st of July, midnight, boom, you're facing the night sky. Asia and everything else, or that side of the planet, it's daytime, right? 1st of July, you've got the night sky, you're looking up at the constellations, everything seems perfectly normal. 6 months later, you've done a half orbit around the sun, and bang, it's the bang on the opposite. 1st of January, midnight, going into the 2nd of Jan. It's night sky again. So you were looking out that way, you're now on the opposite side of the sun looking that way, but the constellations are still the same. How does that work? Again, I don't know enough. It's about understanding we're here, the sun's there, and everything else that's around us. But I just thought it was a good point. I just thought it was worth mentioning. So, 2 things. That one, you need to know a little bit more about the night sky, but still, we're on the other side of the sun. How can it be the same constellations in the night sky? Do you see what? It's a bit odd, I think, but it is, isn't it? Common sense and logic, shit, it's the opposite side. We should be looking at the other side of something, but we're not. There's a lot of questions and stuff with that one. But with the posts, if they are a long way away from each other, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 miles in between each one, and they are level, and it does drop 6 miles, 8 inches or whatever it is, I have to find out those numbers, then you have got yourself a very good freaking case for a flat earth. See, and now, you science folk will now be going, oh, listen to him now, he's going freaking flat earth as well. No, I'm not. The facts are. 3 posts, it's the facts. See, you guys, instead of dealing with this fact, there's 3 posts, 3 flags, whatever, right? It's a fact. If they're all in line, there's 6 miles and 6 miles, and every 6 miles it drops by 8 inches, that side should be 8 inches down, that side should be 8 inches down, and that, even though ever so slightly, should be the tallest flag. But it never works out like that. They're all straight. Food for thought, the facts. But no, you guys will just dismiss it all and laugh. Flat earthers! But is that the wise thing to do? It's what you've been programmed to do. So close. It's what you've been programmed to do. You cannot accept facts. Right now, you'll be squirming and a bit fidgety and uncomfortable in your seats as I'm saying this. Solar eclipse proves absolute light. Absolute light. By relativity. It's the facts, isn't it? It's an absurdity, all of it. Guarantee you. Oh, the ballpark. Right, I will come back. And we're going to go to 1938. I just wanted to do this. I might just throw a little bit of flat earth into my repertoire because it's pure logic and common sense. these things. That's the beauty of it. But you guys don't do that, do you? It's a shame, because that's where the truth is in action. That's where everybody's on the same level playing field. It's about fair, and that's where it's at. Behave yourself, planet Earth. All right. Later, I come back and do speed of light and pyramids, because I love them. I know them like the back of my hand. All right, peeps.